Well, a big jump today in the number of Hoosiers who have died from the coronavirus. The state health department announced 49 new deaths. A total of 436 Hoosiers have now died due to the virus. The state also reported 440 new positive cases, so that brings the state's total to nearly 9,000. The total number of people tested, more than 48,000. In a news conference today, Governor Eric Holcomb said we are not out of the woods yet when it comes to the virus, but he says he is looking forward to the day that he can reopen the state. News 8's Jenny Drasler joins us now with more on his plans. Jenny.
Oh, Brooke, that was the overwhelming question today. When can we start to see things get back to a new normal? The governor says it'll be done as a rolling reopen and will likely be done by regions, with those least affected first.
It'll be a rolling reopen. It won't be all at once. It won't be flipping a light switch.
Governor Eric Holcomb anxious but cautious when it comes to reopening the Hoosier state. He said while it feels like we take a step back each day in regards to positive cases and deaths, he reiterated the state is actually moving forward and is on the right path. The governor said the decision will be data driven on when to reopen Indiana, and when the numbers warrant, the economy will start to come to life, but at a new normal.
We want to make sure that employees have a very high level of confidence about the workplace. But again, we're going to be looking at, the steady, sustained decline in those numbers. We'll be looking at our supply chain. Is it sufficient?
The governor also said he's been talking with neighboring states like Kentucky, Ohio, and Illinois on when to reopen. But he wants to make sure the decision moves the Midwest forward instead of setting us back.
I want to make sure that we all know, because we're neighborly and share a border, and for every action sometimes there's an equal or greater reaction, and so we don't want to we're not going to act alone in this. We're all in this together.
Governor Holcomb said he expects to unveil more details about a reopening plan on Monday. Meantime, President Trump has said he will likely talk about reopening plans with governors sometime tomorrow. Jenny Drasler, Wish TV, wishtv.com, and be sure to follow us on Facebook.
All right, Jenny, thanks so much. Well, no matter when the state eases restrictions, one thing is for sure. Life in Indiana will look different. State Health Commissioner Dr. Chris Box talked about some of the practices that may be required now going forward.
I think that we are coming to a point with manufacturing masks here in the state that we might be able to do that as we go back out. Even the homemade masks work for this. And again, the purpose of that mask when you're in public is that in case you're an asymptomatic carrier, you don't have any symptoms or you're pre-symptomatic, we don't want you to infect someone else, especially someone that is at higher risk. So the careful hand washing and, opening doors with a tissue or your sleeve, and the making sure that you have a mask on are all things that we're going to need to follow until we can really start to test people to see if they're immune to this disease. Maybe they had it and they didn't know it, or they had a mild cold and they think, well, it was that, and we can prove that. And or second, we have that vaccine that we can give individuals so that we know that we'll have more herd immunity.